am seeing the brightest morning in a darkest room. Let's start. This is Abinash. Before I start, I would like to know how many of you wants to become entrepreneur in their life? You can raise your hand. So many. Amazing. You, the black shirt, who has not raised the hand. I was you few years back, who never wanted to raise the hand to become an entrepreneur. I used to also listen a lot of speakers, but I was behind all kind of high-paid jobs, including the central government, state government, or a bigger MNCs. From that day, from my childhood, where my parents were thinking of me becoming a space scientist, to my teachers who was wishing me to become a doctor, to me myself, thinking of becoming a pilot who can fly the big planes, then me actually becoming a drone pilot, and today I'm a founder of the company. This is the biggest crossroad that I've ever navigated in my life. Starting from seeking the job to giving the job was kind of this moment. Let's talk about the process. I believe 4 letters. CCPS. This is a very common term in entrepreneurship or startup, or any investors can relate it. Very technical word, compulsory, convertible, preference shares. Just ignore it. This CCPS is my own formula to navigate in the crossroad. That is the clarity, courage, the purpose, and the success. Let's keep success aside. I don't want to talk on that part, because that's the only part that people talk about you. Let's focus the first 3 parts: the clarity, the courage, and the purpose. The clarity is the clear understanding of yourself, your own values. It's a state of your clear understanding what value you are carrying among yourself. Let's understand this from a small example. When I was in a highly paid job and I thought of taking a crossroad towards entrepreneurship and starting something, I met people, and fortunately I got 6 of my friends who came together to start this business. We were discussing who gonna take the responsibility of business, of technology, of HR, of manufacturing, operation, so many things. You won't believe, my lead, who was leading me in a technology department, he was a lead technology engineer, he has become the CEO in my company, doing the business. And me, who was a drone pilot, has become the CTO of this company, who is heading the technology. And the hardcore coder and the AI expert who spends nights and nights in writing codes, he has become the co-CEO in the company and leading the investment and strategic partnership. the trainer, the instructor who was a teacher one day, he is the chief of manufacturing today in my company. The designer is leading the HR department in my company. And the actual space scientist spending a lot of, a decade in ISRO is the chief of operation. Each of us has come through a lot of crossroads and we are working beautifully in the country. That means we had a clarity, our vision was clear, and we took the decision immediately after seeing the clarity among us. So the sharper our vision, the clearer will be the decision, and the faster will be your action. Let's come to the next part. The courage. This is the most bold part ever. And I am a man of in my company, they call me as a devil, the daredevil of the startup. When back in 2021 around, in India, people were flying small drones. The maximum weight of the drone was around 20-30 kgs. That was the biggest drone people are flying in India. And we were at that time talking about to lift a 50 kg payload in a drone. The drone weight goes around 250 kg. That's a massive. People started not believing us. Our investors were skeptical to put money. And the mindset always says that we are way behind the Western countries. And flying such a big drone in India, at least a matter of next 10 years. We six of us, taken that courage, not only courage, we calculated each and every risk that was going to come in the journey. I had spent nights and nights where I've analyzed where I can go wrong. We didn't have much money to invest in, not even a spare in the drone. After that, you won't believe, finally, we succeeded. And the India saw first ever heaviest drone flown in highest altitude of the world, breaking the world record. This is how taking risk is always good, but do not forget to calculate it. Coming to the next part is the purpose, is where we always circle around. The purpose is that why behind what you do. End of the day, where you want to arrive. I will make you understand a small story. I have kind of decades of experience working with Indian Army. Back in 2019, I was posted in the forward post of Himalayas. Can't share the location, army protocol, but can share the story. So there, I was in the month of November and I was flying a small surveillance drone across the border area. My post got disconnected from the base. In the winter, like a temperature of -30, you'll see 25 to 30 feet of snow deposit on the roads. And I was completely disconnected with all my Faujis for almost a couple of months. And we're not getting any ration, food, vegetables. Just imagine surviving in -30 without a healthy food. How our life must be going in. And that's happening the entire 8,000 kilometer of Himalayan border. I was flying a small drone to the other part of the hill where a small village is there, small town is there. It's running beautifully. We could see the fresh vegetable, and I was wishing that time if I would have a drone which can go there, pick some vegetable and collect it to me, my life would have been beautiful here. But it's not possible. From there, like, the purpose got stuck in my mind that I need to solve the aerial mobility challenges in the terrain. As like me, each of my other co-founders has their own story where they also set their purpose that we need to solve the mobility challenge. This is how whatever risk we have taken, whatever work we have done, with the clarity, we were always circling around that purpose, and that helped us getting the success. Today, each of our Fauji's are getting the essentials within minutes in the border outpost. So, purpose has to be clear. Purpose is the anchor which always holds us during the storm. I think I've spoken a lot about professional things. Let's talk something casual. Because the crossroad is not only in the professional career, we face the crossroad in each and every stages of our life. Apart from my professional passion, I'm also a biker who loves long drives, solo trips, on-road, off-road, crossroad, everything. And I have driven like all over India. I know the entire India through roads. I'll tell you a story where I came across the crossroad in one of my biggest, or I would say longest solo trip I have done from Bhubaneswar to Tawang, 2,500 kilometer long. On the way back from Tawang to Bhubaneswar, my first day target was to cover from Tawang to Guwahati. If anyone from you are from Assam or Arunachal must be relating this. In the foothills where the border shares Arunachal, Assam and Bhutan, there is a place called Bhalupong. I was returning back around late evening, and in the foothills there is frequent landslide happens, and I also got stuck there, and it was the biggest landslide, and I was told to hold there for at least one day for the roads getting cleared, but there was no place to stay for me, and I was on my bike. So what I thought, from there, the Guwahati was around 4.5 hours, 150 kilometer around. Then I thought, I have some time. I calculated the risk, whether I can take another road and reach my destination. Then I found there is a small road that passes through some villages and the Bhutan border and those areas. And that will somehow make me connected to the main road back to Guwahati. After analyzing, I taken that crossroad. And when I was riding, I faced a lot of challenges. Because that time I had a sports cruiser bike, it was not an off-roader. A lot of kind of potholes, village, kacha road. Sometimes I had to bridge inside the Bhutan border as well. And I was struggling through the roads, and hardly I could cover 30 kilometers in last 2.5 hours, and I was frustrating what I have done. Sometimes I was thinking that I have taken a wrong decision crossing through this road. But still, my purpose was clear. I need to reach my destination before evening. I don't ride in night. Somehow, after spending 2.5 hours, I got the main road, and also of course I was facing challenges through networks because of the border issues. When I got back to the main road and I checked the distance of Guwahati from where I was standing, you won't believe it was only 40 kilometers. Another just 1 hour or half an hour for me. I could not believe that I had taken an excellent shortcut to reach the place. So, your focus must be set and your risk must be calculated. As like motorbike ride, your crossroad in your life also demands focus. If you lose it, you lose the balance, both on bike or life. Let's understand, is it always good taking a lot of crossroads? Let's understand that one. From an example of navigating through the navigation software, you must have used this. You must have experienced your navigation software never tells you to go back. Whenever you take a wrong turn, it will always reroute you through another road. And there, the navigation software ensures that your purpose of reaching your destination is set. That's good. But if you continuously or frequently take crossroads, end of the day, it will make the process delayed and you may reach your destination late, or you might get stuck, or you might get lost. At that point, you might also think that this is an end. There is no end, guys. There is no full stop in life. Start hating the full stops, put a comma, analyze, and take wise decision and move on. Because full stop makes the life end, but comma is always emphasizes there is another line which is continue, and that makes a beautiful life. As I give this example, let's correlate this to the CCP I have told. Your clarity is your map. The courage is your engine. You can rave the way you want, but always look at the condition of the road. And your purpose is the destination where at the end you want to arrive. So guys, whatever decision you are taking, always it should be rooted with your clarity, fueled by your courage, and aligned to your destination. Let's take one step or one crossroad at a time. Wish you all the best. Thank you.